Hello everyone. The story I'm going to share today is judging by appearance leads to a big mistake. At the end of Eastern Han Dynasty, warlords appeared and fighting was everywhere. Cao Cao controlled the emperor and gave orders to all the princes of various kingdoms. Attempting to form a stable empire, Liu Bei, Cao Cao, and Sun Quan each created his own kingdom and vied for control over the other kingdoms. This was known for the period of 3 kingdoms. Liu Bei gained control of the area known as Shu, became a historical turning point, and Zhang Song played an important role in this. Zhang Song was an advisor to Liu Zhang, the head of Yi State. Zhang Song saw Liu Zhang was very weak and incompetent, so he secretly drew a map of Western Chuan and hid it in his clothes. He went to Xidu in hopes of finding a wise lord he could rely on to seize control of Yi State. When he arrived in Xidu, he was very eager to meet Cao Cao. He waited for 3 days until his name was reported to Cao Cao. He was finally able to see Cao Cao by paying some silver to Cao Cao's servants. Cao Cao asked him, "Why didn't your lord Liu Zhang come to give the tribute?" Zhang Song said, "Because the road was hard to travel, and there were bandits everywhere, so the tribute could not be sent here." Cao Cao shouted, "My soldiers have cleared the central plains. Where are the bandits?" Zhang Song said, "Where? Sun Quan is in the south, Zhang Lu is in the north, and Liu Bei is in the west. They all have hundreds, thousands of soldiers. How can you say there is peace in the world?" Cao Cao thought Zhang Song's appearance was very common, and he did not like him at all. Plus, his words were harsh. Cao Cao quickly got up and left him in anger. The next day, Cao Cao assembled 50,000 tiger guards at the Western training ground and showed them to Zhang Song. Zhang Song was impressed by the soldiers' distinctive armor and impressive figures. Cao Cao asked Zhang Song, "Have you ever seen so many heroes in Sichuan?" Zhang Song said, "I have not seen soldiers like this, but we value people's benevolence over might." Cao Cao continued, "Wherever my army goes, there is a victory. People who obey me survive. People who go against me will die. Don't you know that?" Zhang Song answered firmly, "That's what I thought a long time ago, and now Zhou Yu at Red Cliff and Guan Yu at Huarong Pass are known throughout the world to be invincible." With his previous defeat mentioned, Cao Cao felt he was losing face, so he ordered the generals on his left and right to kill Zhang Song. Fortunately, some ministers sincerely persuaded him to show mercy, and Zhang Song was only thrown out. Zhang Song felt insulted and left Xidu angrily. On his way, he suddenly saw a team of cavalry. It was about 500 horses strong and led by Liu Bei's general Zhao Yun. He saw Zhang Song and hurriedly dismounted his horse. Zhao Yun said, "I followed my lord's order to wait for you here. I have been waiting here for a long time." Then together they came to the border of Jin State, where there was an inn. As soon as they arrived, Zhang Song saw around 100 people welcome him outside the inn. The famous General Guan Yu came up to him and said, "I followed the order of my lord to clean the yard for you." Zhang Song, along with Guan Yu and Zhao Yun, rested in the inn that night. The next morning, after breakfast, they rode on horseback about 4 or 5 miles to meet Liu Bei, Zhuge Liang, and Pang Tong, coming to welcome him. Liu Bei said, "I've heard your name for a long time and know that you're going back to Chengdu. We specially arranged to meet you here to send you off." They stayed in the inn for 3 days and treated Zhang Song to sumptuous meals for 3 days. When Zhang Song left, Liu Bei said with tears in his eyes, "You leave us today, and I do not know when we will have a chance to listen to your wise words." Zhang Song compared with Cao Cao and Liu Bei in his heart, thinking, "Liu Bei really treats his generals and soldiers with benevolence. How can I leave him?" So he took out the map and gave it to Liu Bei. Liu Bei looked at the map, which clearly detailed geography of Western Chuan, including dangerous canyons and mountains. With the help of Zhang Song, Liu Bei eventually conquered Western Chuan, and in the following years advanced a noble course. Liu Bei treated his generals with courtesy and benevolence, eventually establishing a situation of 3 kingdoms. Cao Cao was smart, but because he judged Zhang Song based on his appearance, he eventually lost the chance to unify China. Confucius once said, "I judge people by their words, and I miss the Ziyu. I judge people by their appearance, I miss the Ziyu." History is a mirror that reveals the rise and the fall of the nations. In today's world, where concepts of right and wrong are severely distorted and people are judged based on appearance, how many people with physical disabilities have faced abuse and humiliation in their job search? How many people in need of help have experienced distortion and perversion? When beauty becomes a resource and judging people by appearance becomes an unspoken rule, the harm is not only to those who are not good-looking, but also to the country and the nation. Thank you very much for listening to the story. More touching stories will be ready for you if you just subscribe it. Thank you again.